Welcome to the Criticulus. I'm the Monk and today we are in FIFA 21. Now I was really lucky to actually play the beta of this game, and I've played this game for a good little while now. So I really do think that I know a thing or two about this game. So the basic idea for this video is that I want to show you guys the best possible players to buy in the very first season of career mode on FIFA 21 with the highest potential that will actually be willing to join the lowest league in English football. To demonstrate this, I am doing a career mode. I'm showing you the players that I'm going to buy, and I am playing as Salford, which are in the lowest possible league in the English league at the moment. I'm going to sim a couple of seasons pretty much until we get into the Premier League, and then I'm going to show you just how much they've grown. And I personally think that I've found a couple of really nice gems here that maybe you guys haven't seen before. Hopefully you haven't. If you haven't, let me know down in the comments and I'll make sure that I do my very best to make sure that I reply to each and every one of you guys. But before I get stuck into this video, I just want to give a massive shout out to Set Play Gaming. At the moment, he is doing a Man United career mode and showing pretty much every single game that he's playing. He's a really funny bloke, and the channel's actually pretty good. So if you fancy having a look at an actual career mode from start to finish, check out Set Play Gaming. Anyway, on to the video. Now, I'm not going to read out all the names because I'm afraid I will butcher pretty much every single name. But as you can see, this goalkeeper right here, he starts at 62 and he has a potential of 82, and it only costs you £500,000. A really good buy, and get on that one. Now, this guy has a potential of 84 and will currently set you back at 700,000. With a little bit of work and a little bit of tweaking, you're obviously going to be able to get all their skill moves up as well. Now, this player I actually end up making into a centre midfield. He has a massive potential of 86. He's a little bit more expensive than the others at 3.2 million, but he is more than worth a go. He has a couple of traits as well. Bright has another big potential of 82. Now remember, these guys are really low level, but they have a huge potential. Leonidas as well has an 86 potential. Pretty good for a centre back. At only 17, this one has a trait under his belt already, and it has a potential of 85, which is really good. This guy's a fast little guy, and again, don't forget to train them up. Now, this is a very special player at 19 years old. He has 7 traits. The most expensive on the list at over 10 million, but he has huge potential. Now, it says that he has an 87 potential, but I'm going to highlight him later on in this video, and you will see that guy is amazing. And what else can you expect for, 7 traits already? Now, unfortunately, summons I couldn't actually get, but at only 1.8 million and a potential of 86, this guy is an absolute steal. Mohammed has an 85 potential and is pretty cheap as well, considering he has 4 traits. This guy is definitely one to pick up. At 1.2 million, 2 traits, this guy has an 86 potential. He's a very good little striker, and he's only 66 rated when you get him. He has huge potential. All these players, don't forget, with that player development, you can make them into what you want. And lastly, we have got this guy who is 1.8 million with an 87 potential. Really good player. We had to replace him from Simmons. I wanted him originally, but unfortunately that guy wouldn't actually join me. Like I said, this is all about finding those very start players that will actually join you from the very first season. This is the formation I am going to be running them for this season. Now, I like going with a 3 centre-back. 3-5-2, that's what I like. This is the formation I play in most of my FIFA playthroughs. And as you can see, I started with 500 million and I still got quite a bit of change. So this is a pretty cheap team. in this career mode, we have, or in 21, we have the ability to have a financial takeover every single time we start a new game. So cash at the beginning, especially if you're going to go through a lower league club, is a pretty good idea. And here he is. This is the guy that I said I was going to spotlight throughout this video. As you can see, the very first season, I had a massive offering for him. It would pretty much make up for every single person that I brought to actually make this first team. So already I could have got my money back. But do not sell. Keep going. Keep simming. Or keep playing and you'll get better results. And I will show you just how good they could go. Now, as you can see, this is after one season. We've got a few good progressions here. Nothing absolutely amazing apart from left midfield. But they've all started making progress. I also have to stress that I didn't actually dive into player development while I was simming the seasons. If you do dive into player development, or if you do actually play the games yourself, you will see much bigger jumps in progression than I'm showing you. But this is really just to show you just how good a team you can buy with almost no money right at the beginning of the game in the lowest league possible. Because 9 times out of 10, at least usually whenever I play these sort of games, I just can't ever get anyone to join me. I have to use release clauses most of the time. As you can see, though, we are now in the championship season. And this guy is valued at almost 300 million. Absolutely outstanding. That guy made huge progress without me even playing a single game, showing you that he is definitely a wise investment. Now, apparently we didn't win the league, but we did get promoted. As you can see, our player has scored 22 goals. He is a goal machine. I would highly recommend that player. And also a few good ones developed along with him. Don't forget, though, these guys can develop so much more if you actually dive into player development. It's a huge plus this year. It's probably the best thing they've actually added to career mode, to be honest with you. And they actually added a few things to career mode for a change. But this player development thing, I absolutely love it. It's definitely something to play around with because there are some huge things that could be done. You can take, a right back, turn him into a centre back, or even into a striker if you absolutely wanted to. It doesn't matter. You can buy a player for your team, and no matter what position he is, if he's young enough, you've got time to turn him into whatever it is you wanted. You can train up all of the weak foots. You can train up all of the skill moves. You can make their attacking rate high on every single player. The same with their defensive rate. As you can see, all these guys have got 5-star skill moves, 5-star weak foot. They all play in multiple positions. It's definitely worth playing around. And as you can see, this guy is definitely the star of the show. Moving into the Premier League, and he is 91 rated. I was quite surprised at that. I wasn't expecting to have a player 91 rated just going into the Premier League. So that's 3 seasons. That's all it took. And I'm sure if you guys have a go at this, you'll get much, much better results. Mainly because you'll actually be playing games and using player development, like I said. But anyway, I have been a Monk and we've been a Critically Clueless. If you've enjoyed this video, or maybe you want to see more FIFA 21 videos on this channel, give us a like and don't forget to subscribe. Otherwise, you'll miss out on more videos just like this. But if you have a hidden gem that I haven't uncovered for you guys, or if you know someone that works even better, maybe he's cheaper, maybe he's got a bigger potential, or maybe you just use him every single season if you're starting out on a low league team, let me know in the comments because I'd love to know your thoughts on this matter. I'm sure we all use players that we're used to, especially if we're starting out in those low league teams. We all need a little bit of help when it comes to that. Anyway, I'll catch you guys later. I hope you enjoyed the video.